Hello everybody, it's me Pierre here. I know, different place. Don't worry. I still will record videos in the other place. It's just I'm so happy to be here and my friends just left. So, yeah, I'm just here and I just wanted to talk about something which is really cool. I don't know why I haven't talked about it yet. It's been like 2 weeks, maybe a little more, since this thing has happened. The HP Reverb G2 is coming back. I'm gonna call it the HP Reverb G2 not Omnicept Edition. That is already a thing. I'm such an idiot. Oasis Edition. The HP Reverb G2 Oasis Edition, because a Microsoft employee is working on bringing back old Windows Mixed Reality headsets. And I just wanted to talk about what I want to see for all the Windows Mixed Reality headsets, especially for the G2, when it comes back to Steam VR. I would like to see pass-through, proper pass-through, so through both cameras. So one camera for each eye instead of just one camera, which made it very weird. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, depth perception was weird, and I didn't like that you had to point with the like a flashlight with the controller. So if they could change that in Steam VR and just have it just be regular pass-through and have, like I said, both cameras on the front, instead show what's going on in the world on both eyes instead, for better depth perception, and also just be better than moving your hand around like a flashlight, especially when you want to drink some water and stuff. It's annoying to have one hand busy while the other is drinking water or something when you're playing Beat Saber. I did not mean to make that sound sexual now that I think about that. Whoopsies, my bad. Yeah, so I just wanted to say that I'm excited for my G2 back. So better microphone, better audio, better visuals, better lenses, all that shit is gonna come back, and I'm so happy to have it all back. So now I don't really need to look for a new VR headset. I could just use my G2 again. It is more than good enough. The only thing I'm going to miss from the Vive Pro is its OLED. That's it. Nothing else, really. The G2 is just better in every other way. So I can't wait to use that headset again. So yeah, I'm excited for it. I can't wait to see what they do. Another thing that I want to see come to the G2 is like kind of the Quest way of making a boundary. So I want to have to draw my boundary instead. I think that would be so much better than what the G2 used to do, which you would have to take the headset and draw your area, which was really annoying, very tedious, and not a great way of doing it. So I hope they allow you to grab your boundary floor and put it down on the floor like the Quest 2 and the Quest 3 and the Quest 3S. Grab it, drag it down to have a nice floor, and then draw your boundary. It would be so much better. I hope they do that, because that would be great. If not, it's probably going to be the same as it was, just Steam VR version of it. And I bet the tracking will be better too. Who knows? Because it's Steam VR. Steam VR tends to have that better, overall deal when it comes to VR headsets. It's the main platform. So I hope this makes the G2 better. And I hope this gets the crashes to stop that Windows Mixed Reality had with Steam VR, where I think it was a RAM leak issue, I'm not sure. But over time, randomly, your headset will cause your games to crash, like VR chat, especially with loading. Let's hope those glitches will be gone. That would be fantastic if they get rid of the glitches, like, like I said, the crashing with video games, especially when they deload and reload. That's usually when the crashing happens. So I'm excited to see the G2 working again, and like I said, the things that I'm looking forward to is the visuals again, because the screen door effect of the Vive Pro is horrendous, and the microphone is horrendous. The headphones are also horrendous. I did upgrade my Vive Pro, by the way, if you guys did see that. I put the old Vive Deluxe audio strap on, because it's actually better than the Vive Pro's strap, even though it's a newer headset. The head strap from the original Vive is actually better. It's more comfortable, and the headphones have more bass. They sound about the same, but at least they have more bass, which is really nice, and they still sound like shit, though. So I'm excited to get a better headset for you guys, so you don't have to hear this disgusting-ass mic again. I know I sound very negative over this headset. I will say this. The colors and the contrast are very nice on this headset. That's the only really good things I can say about it. So again, I'm really happy to have my G2 back. It's coming in fall of 2025. So that's a bit of a wait. Let's hope he could get it working for AMD graphics cards too. I noticed it's only NVIDIA right now, but that's because AMD, the way they do it for their graphics cards, are way different than how NVIDIA does it apparently. And who knows if it works on Intel cards either. There's no answers of yes or no to that, so who knows. But I'm excited for this driver. It's called the Oasis driver. He hopes to launch it in fall. I hope it's sooner than that because I would, like I said, like to use my G2 again. But yeah, I'm pretty excited. I'm probably going to get it to use the index controllers again and set that up. Who knows? Let's hope that the G2 Bluetooth works with index controllers and other controllers like that too. It would be really cool if the G2 can work with just index controllers through its Bluetooth and then just calibrate it to work with the base stations. I think that would be really cool, so you don't have to use like a Vive or buy Bluetooth dongles to use the index controllers and just use the G2's Bluetooth. Since it's just going to be SteamVR, that would be really cool if it just connects to the headset now. I doubt that's going to happen, but that would be really cool. So another thing that I hope works on the G2 is the depth sensor in the where the lenses are of the headset. I hope those work as well, because I hope when you take off the headset and put it down, it turns off the screen after a couple of seconds once it notices your head is not in the headset anymore. Another thing that I hope is that the Omnicept edition of the G2 works with its mouth tracking and eye tracking as well when switching to SteamVR, because maybe I'll buy myself an Omnicept edition because it will just work on SteamVR now and use the eye tracking and mouth tracking. It'd be really fucking cool. And the heart rate monitor is also another cool feature of the G2 as well. So I'm hoping another thing that I really hope to see on the G2 Oasis edition is, and for all Windows Mixed Reality headsets, is the ability to have the controllers not fall asleep seconds after you put them on the ground, because that is super annoying, especially for those who are doing flight sim and especially for those who are doing racing. Because the thing that is annoying about the G2 controllers, and not just the G2 controllers but just Windows Mixed Reality controllers in general, is that once they turn off, they usually crash your game or just crash SteamVR completely. And I don't know why it does that, and it's really annoying. And sometimes you need those controllers in specific games. And if you just put them down for way too long and they turn off, it's really annoying, and then you have to turn them back on if you didn't crash. So I hope they fix that problem as well. Where I hope there's a setting where you could just keep the controllers on at all times. Maybe make the LEDs fade out. Like, make them turn off, but not the controller itself. Just have the LEDs turn off to save power when you put them down on the ground. And then when you pick them back up, have the LEDs turn back on, and it just works. That would be really nice, because I know they're going to have controller tracking with the headset as well. Yeah, I don't know what else to talk about, but I'm really excited, like I said, to have the G2 back, and it's really nice that it's going to run on SteamVR, so you don't have to count on any other software. You can just keep using it for however long you want with this headset now, which is really nice. And guess what? That's what I'm going to be doing. I was going to buy the Big Screen Beyond 2. Not anymore, even though it's OLED, and I love OLED VR. Honestly, the G2, even though it's LCD, it's a good LCD. Not as good as the Vive's OLED, but it's still a good LCD nonetheless, and I am really happy with just the overall visuals of the G2 anyway, so I'm excited to see it. I hope you are as well. Can't wait to get back into VR chat and doing videos with you guys with the G2 again, because like I said, the microphone's so much better on that headset. The headphones are actually much better as well. Headshot, just everything on the headset except for the OLED part is just better. And tracking, I guess, if you want to count base stations with the Vive Pro. I guess the Vive Pro is better with tracking, but G2 is not too bad at it either. I'm going to be using index controllers with it anyway, let's be honest. Anyway, let me know in the comments below if you guys are excited for the G2 coming back and other Windows Mixed Reality headsets. If you're a fan of the Samsung Odyssey, the Lenovo Explorer, or the Dell headsets, I can't remember the names of, or the Acer's headsets. All those other headsets out there for Windows Mixed Reality. Also, not just for the G2, I hope pass-through works on all Windows Mixed Reality headsets through both cameras. Not the stupid flashlight mode that they have cameras, and have both one screen dedicated to the other one camera, then the other screen dedicated to the other camera. Yeah, as simple as that. That would be really nice because, like I said, that's just the best way of doing pass-through. Yeah. And who knows, maybe they could do some trickery to get the G2 working in the dark, just like how the Quest 2 now works in the dark. Same with the Quest 3 and the Quest 3S and the Quest Pro. They can work in the dark somewhat as well now, too, which is really cool. Who knows? The G2 really does need light. It needs a lot of light. Well, not a lot of light. It needs at least some light to track well. I didn't really have much of an issue with a lot of light, but some people do. So make sure you have some lights on when you hook up your G2 again. And yeah, at least us G2 fans and even Windows Mixed Reality fans in general don't have to go looking for a new VR headset now, which is great. So we get to use them. And also they're going to be dirt cheap, so look out for those. I'm sure you could find a G2 or any Windows Mixed Reality headset for dirt cheap now. And that's a good option to get into VR, and I'm happy that it's going to work on no matter what version of Windows you're on. It's just going to work because, like I said, it's just Steam VR. Steam VR is just going to work. So I hope it really is just plug and play and set up nice and well. Like I said, I want it to set up like the Quest 2, because the Quest 2, in my opinion, for an inside-out headset, is a really superior and good way of setting up tracking, because it's great. Like the boundary, like I said, draw your boundary and place the floor where you need to place it, I think would be great for the G2, and it would be a huge upgrade for the G2. You just slap the G2 on and it puts you in pass-through, and it's like, hey, make your boundary, and boom, you're in Steam VR immediately, instantly. That'd be great. Anyway, thank you so much to this Microsoft employee that is working on this. If you saw my post on my channel 2 weeks ago, maybe a little more now, yeah, I already knew about it. I'm just late to the party on making a video on it. And I hope more VR YouTubers make a video on it to spread awareness, to show to people that the G2 and other Windows Mixed Reality headsets are going to be A-OK and will be able to be used again. Can't wait for fall. Once fall hits, I'm going to make a video called the G2 Oasis Edition, and for Steam VR, and see how well it goes, see how complicated the setup is and stuff, because I'm sure you're gonna have to set up it in a different way now. Like I said, I hope it's really like the Quest 2 way of doing things, or the Quest 3. You guys know what I'm talking about, because the majority of you guys own a Quest headset. So yeah, I really hope the G2 is like that. Anyway, I gotta end this video here. Let me know in the comments below if you're excited for the G2 coming back. Let me know if you're going to switch back to it, and if you're going to buy one now, because now I can recommend people buying one, which is awesome, because it's actually a really good headset. It's great. It used to be the king of visual quality. There's other headsets that are slightly better now in visual quality, but the G2, in my eyes, is still going to be the king of clarity, because it really was, and it was definitely ahead of its time. I love that headset so much, and I still love it because I get to use it again. Let me know if you guys are going to use it again, if you already own one, if you're going to switch back to the G2 depending on what headset you're currently using, or if you're not using a headset at all and you want to still use the G2, let me know if you're going to keep using it until it breaks or something. Or let me know if you're going to pick one up, if you're going to buy one, because I can recommend it now. I recommend you buy one. It is fantastic. Such a good headset. Good for budget VR players. Really good. Anyway, I'm going to end this video here. It's running long. This is Pira. Stay cool and stay the fuck out of my fridge. And yeah, can't wait for the G2 to come back. Said that way too many times. HP Reverb G2 Oasis Edition. Windows Mixed Reality Oasis Edition. There we go. Because, you know, it's not just the G2. It's all Windows Mixed Reality headsets. Anyway, hit that like if you liked. Hit that dislike if you disliked. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Don't forget to ring that bell icon so you don't miss any more of my content. This is Pira. Stay cool. Stay the fuck out of my fridge. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Shit, there's no door. I can't just walk off screen. Well, shit. Bye-bye.